Hey there, and thank you so much for watching. I am here today to give you sort of an overview of my planning history and also show you what I'm using for 2017 because I really like my current setup and I thought I would share that. So to start off, I've always been a planner geek. Like I love planning and like writing things down and seeing things out in visual form because I'm a very visual person. So I love just talking about planners. The first plan, that's my clock dinging in the background if you wonder what that is. So the first planner I ever got was something I had wanted for graduation, so I asked my mom, and it's a Filofax, and she got it for me, and the reason I liked this design is because of the secretarial pocket. This is a personal topaz, and this is actually not the one that she got me. The one that she got me was red, and I love that, but after about a year, the pen loop started to fray. And this is why I also love the Filofax company, because I noticed it and like I took a picture and I sent it to them, sent them an email and just said, hey, I'm just, letting you know. And they were like super responsive. Within like 24 hours, they were like, we're so sorry. Please let us send you another one. The only thing is we don't make the red anymore, so we're gonna send you black. And I was like, that's fantastic. Thank you so much. So they asked me to send back my, the one that was fraying, and they sent me a new one like within a week. So I really like them, and I like the Filofax company, and I had used this for years. Really liked the ring style and being able to switch things out depending on my mood and really customize it for the year depending on what I needed to do during that year. The only problem was I found it really difficult to archive. So what I would do is something like this. I would, this is from 2013, I would take it and like just loop them together with a rubber band. This is from 2012. So it's possible to archive, it's a little bit more challenging. So that was really what I was looking for, something that would be easy to archive like from years past. So this is why I hit on the idea of a bound paper planner. And this one's actually from when I was teaching abroad in South Korea. Starbucks would sell these planners you could just walk in and buy. Now they have them, but you have to, it's like a loyalty program. Like you get them depending on like, you have to buy like 10 specialty drinks and then like get punched for each drink. And then if you fill out a card, then you can buy it. And it's like super expensive. But I really like this layout because it's a bound planner and therefore easier to archive. And I love that it came with this little like mesh thing that would keep it nice and like preserve it. So, and I could also like, I use a year at a 2-year calendar like from the dollar store so I can see monthly layout quickly. And I could just put that in there and that was my setup and I would go. And this was fantastic for my life over there. I also should say that I'm a very like simple girl. Like I don't go in with the washi tape and the stickers and the colors and all that. That's fine. But I'm a very like straightforward, like black pen, white page, get it done. So I really I find that a lot of color is distracting for me. So I try to keep things as simple as possible. So I knew I was looking for a bound paper planner. So in 2014, I hit on this sucker, which is probably to date my favorite. This is a Rhodia weekly notebook. And this format has the week down one side and a blank page for notes on the other. And I love pretty much everything about this. I love the grid paper. I like that it numbers the weeks. So this is like week 29 and so on. I love that you can plan out your whole week starting on Monday and then sort of travel down to Sunday, which is how I like to plan. And then what I would do, like the format that I would use is like a quote for the week. So I do my planning on Sunday night. So I would sit down and kind of assess the week, like wins, lessons, things of that nature. And then I would plan my next week. So I'd choose a quote for the upcoming week on Sunday night, and then I would kind of look at, any obligations that I have coming up. So that format was really fantastic. That was 2014. In 2015, the only thing I didn't like about this format was that it was so big. So this is like, I want to say, it's a little bit bigger than a standard A5 or A4 notebook. So I went instead for the Moleskine style. And the thing about this, Moleskine does make a planner, but the thing that drives me bonkers and makes me really sad is that it has a split weekend. And for me, my weekends are the busiest time of my week, so I really want to have 2 full spots for the weekend. So, and I'm so frustrated, like it makes me sad because they have these fantastic weekly planners with like cool characters like Peanuts and Star Wars, but I can't use them because I will not, a split weekend does not work for me. So I took just a plain moleskin notebook and then drew in the week format, and then I have the grid, the blank grid page facing. So this was for 2015 and it was fantastic, but it kind of like it fell apart and it wasn't really neat. So I was looking for something a little bit more structured. So I turned to plum paper, which had that same setup with the week on one side and a blank page facing. And this is like, I feel like this is like hefty, like this is like really committing with like the big coil and all that. And again, with like the colors being distracting, that's definitely what I felt. I love the different options available for customizing in the plum paper, but I found that it was just really overwhelming. It was also a little bit too big for me. Again, if I think this is going to be too big for my everyday, because I carry around my planner with me every day, then this was just not going to work at all. So I got about halfway through the year, and like I was really good. Like I tried to use like my colored pen and all that, and it was too much. So I ended up mid-year switching just to this simple notebook that I bought at Marshall's mid-year. This is by Orange Circle Studio, but it doesn't have the blank page facing, and I found I really missed that. So what I decided to do for 2017, and this is why it took me so long to do it, because I actually had to sit down and do it, was the same thing that I did for 2015, and I penned and I drew in with a pen the week with the blank page facing with the grid paper. And so far this is working really great, and after not having it for like 4 weeks, 5 weeks, I really realized how much I missed it. So this is like my planner nirvana for now. That may change. So far, really, really loving this sort of DIY format. It's kind of like a make it ahead bullet journal, but I like to have the whole year like out in front of me. So this is working really well. Highly recommend. It's just like a navy blue moleskin that I drew in myself. So that's what's working for me for 2017 in my sort of planner world. And I feel like my planner, as in life, reflects the state of my life. So my favorite quote about planning comes from Annie Dillard, and it's, your schedule is a scaffolding from which to hang your life. And I love that idea of the schedule being just sort of the frame for the rest of your life to fall around. So that's kind of what I try to do with planning, is to have a really strong frame so you can be open to that like spontaneous whatever comes up. So thank you so much for watching through this. I hope this was helpful or interesting to you. If there's anything you'd like to see or you'd like to know, please let me know in the comments. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. Would love to have you along for the journey. I hope to see you again soon. Thanks. Bye.